Hey, welcome back. I'm going to explain in this video, is buying land in Colorado a good investment? No, it's a great investment, and I'm going to talk about it, why it's a great investment and why you should be doing it too. Hey, I'm Brent Bowers, and I am not a Colorado native, but I moved out there in 2015 because the Army made me. I went out to Fort Carson Army Base, and here it is, several years later, after I'm out of the military, I'm still in Colorado because Colorado has treated me so well. We started buying and selling land out there in 2016, and it has been the greatest investment of my life, and it's provided me and my family a passive income that serves us, a business that serves me and my family and also others in the area. I've done over 250 land deals, and we have over 100 notes paying us every single month for our land deals that allows us life on our terms. First, I'm going to talk to you about why I chose Colorado. The second, I'm going to talk to you about big businesses moving in. And then third, I'm going to talk about the housing boom that's going on. So Grandpa was always saying they are not making any more land, so son, buy more of it. And if you go to any retirement home and ask like what the number one mistake that they made throughout their life, they said, I should have bought more land. You know, I've heard that from so many people, and I go by it, I live by it. So let's talk about why I chose Colorado. You know, there's still plenty of land. It's the wide open frontier. You know, they said, go west, young man, and we are west. We're buying land, and there's plenty of land out in the west, and you can still get it for massive, massive discounts. And that's why I do it. You know, it's sunny 300 days out of the year. That's why land in Colorado is a great investment. You get the sun, you get the snow, you get the rain, and you also get the four seasons, and people love it. People go on vacation to Colorado, and this is a lot of times where I actually buy the land. It's from someone that went on vacation 20 years ago, and they loved it so much. They said, one day we're gonna come back here and build a cabin, and that one day never happened. And a guy like me buys it from them at massive, massive discounts because they never acted on their dream that they had of buying that land and building that cabin one day. So that's why I invest in Colorado, and that's why it's a great investment, not just a good investment. So number two, let's talk about what's going on in Colorado. There's massive, massive business coming out here. Amazon is building their largest distribution plant to this day in Colorado Springs. Google is talking about coming out here. They may already be out there, I don't know. I'm not at Google's tables in their boardrooms while they're talking about the stuff. And number three, let me tell you about what's going on with Space Force. They're coming out as well. So that is causing so much demand for housing, so much housing shortage. You know, I don't know if you know what was going on, but since 2009, you know, the builders kind of took about a 10-year vacation and stopped building so many houses. So we're also in a housing shortage as well as a massive, massive low interest rates during these times. So Colorado is exploding. You know, you got beautiful sunshine all year round, and you've got all these massive businesses that are household names building and bringing their people out there, and these people need places to live. So the communities and the areas are just expanding and expanding and expanding, and that's what I do. I'm not buying the land next to Google. I'm not buying the land in the cities where the skyscrapers are at. I'm on the outskirts, the teeter-totter method. I'm just on the outskirts where it's going to take a couple years for these houses to expand, and that's the land I'm purchasing at massive, massive discounts. That's what makes my Colorado land investment such a great investment. It's a good investment, but it's also a great investment because I'm buying the stuff on the outskirts and getting it at massive, massive discounts. Awesome. If you're liking this content, if you've heard anything good today, you know, go ahead and click that subscribe button for me. Go ahead and smash it right now. All right, so let's get into my pro tip. I keep mentioning massive discounts, great investment in Colorado, the teeter-totter method. Let's talk a little bit, let's get down and dirty. Let me give you some practical steps today so you can go out and start finding this land at massive discounts. And when I say a massive discount, I mean anything at 50 cents or less on the dollar. So let's just imagine this. If I gave you a $100 bill and you only had to give me a $50 bill, how many times a day would you do that? You'd probably try and figure out how to do it multiple times a day. That's what we're doing with this land. We're buying a $100,000 piece of land for $50,000 or less. Or let's take it on a more round, easy number. We're buying a $10,000 parcel of land at $5,000, $4,000, or $3,000. We're buying it for $3,000 and it's worth $10,000. That means we're getting it at 30 cents on the dollar. But how the heck do I find these people? One, I talked to you about, picking your playground. And I mentioned this in other videos. You can click on it right here. And then I pick my playground, I pick this area, and this area for me is Colorado. For you, it might be Florida or Tennessee or Texas. All amazing states to buy and sell land. I'm just talking about Colorado here and why it's a great investment. But I pick this playground and then I find where are the landowners at? Who are the landowners? Because those are the people I want to talk to. So I generally want to talk to these people when they're motivated to talk to me, when they've got a problem for me to solve, because at the end of the day, we're just solving problems for people and we're being paid very, very well for it. And at this problem, it's land for them. One man's trash is another man's treasure, especially when you get it at a massive discount. So we're getting in front of these people that own this land, but I want to talk to the people that are motivated to sell this land to me at a massive discount. They're going to trade a huge portion of their equity, something they've held on to for 20 years and paid the taxes all these years. And most of the time, guys, they are taking way, way less for this land than what they've got into it. So I don't care what they paid for it. I don't care how much they've got into it. I don't look at that because I don't want to see that. I don't want that to discourage my negotiations. So I'm offering pennies on the dollar most of the time for this land because they're motivated to get this problem off their shoulders, get this monkey off their back. They are tired of it. So I'm offering people for their land that are behind on their taxes and out of state, at least out of the county at a minimum. And I don't care if they're even just 60 days behind on their taxes. I'm still making an offer to these guys. And eventually I run out of this low-hanging fruit and I still have to mail the rest of the landowners, and we still do deals with them. But this is where I'm starting, and this is the practical steps for you to take. This is how to get this land at massive discounts. Now let me define this. We're talking about people that are behind their taxes. These are distressed properties. If they're not paying their taxes, eventually they're gonna lose this. Colorado, there's a 3-year redemption period. So if me as the landowner, I'm not paying my taxes, once I hit that 3rd year, that 36-month mark, that tax lien investor, that person that's been paying the back taxes for me, is now able to go and collect my deed. It's called deed eligible. They can go in and apply for the deed to my land that I've owned for 20 years and take it from me through a foreclosure process. This happens all over the country and people are losing their land. So we're actually helping these sellers before they lose everything. They're getting a fair cash offer from us. And I say fair cash offer because it is a massive discount, but it's fair because they're not going to lose their land. And that's what we're doing. These are distressed properties. They're motivated sellers because they've got a distress. There's a reason why they're distressed, because they're out of state. They're not using this land. Dental bills or health care bills or food or whatever takes priority over a piece of land that's 2,000 miles away and paying the taxes on it. Hey guys, I've got a free gift for you today, and it is my land buying roadmap. Click in the description below on the link. That is the land buying roadmap that we use every time we purchase a piece of land, and it's yours today for free.